out for us, so
No, absolutely. You do as quick a settlement as possible. Because there were so many bad decisions made by so many people and going all the way up the chain from the emergency room workers right to the people running the hospital. That was absolute total negligence from top to bottom there. And it always surprised me that people in the medical field aren't curious about the latest threats to health. I don't know how they missed a year's worth of Ebola headlines. It's fascinating. Just out of their own personal curiosity. Well, I guess, but people don't have that. They don't have that. They want to look at Kardashian's butt.
Well, I think people in the health field, and I think the CDC knew a lot about Ebola. But when you're talking about all the individual hospitals and emergency rooms around the country, they're focused on the day-to-day stress of what comes in there. I don't think that Ebola was on their radar as a possibility of being in the U.S. Probably something they knew about, followed on the news, but never really considered that it could come to their emergency.
Well, how could you not, though? See, that's what I'm saying. It's just normal intellectual curiosity. How could you not consider? How can you not say, hey, what if? What if it comes here? In fact, it turns out they had a big Liberian immigrant community in Dallas.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, so how can somebody get up in the morning and they're reading, Liberia, Ebola, Liberia. Hey, there's a Liberian community. Now, obviously, it wasn't far from the hospital, right? It was the first place they took this guy.
I would put the blame, and I remember this hospital has like an infectious disease unit. They should have been all over this. They should have been the ones who realized that there is a West African community in Dallas, that it could happen here. They're going to get everybody prepared, that sees people in the emergency room, going to have the right equipment. They should have done that particular unit.
Yeah, I get about it.
That's the one, by the way, where that nurse, that Amber Benson, she was calling them to get in touch with the CDC about taking her flight to Ohio. They were like the middleman in that, too?
Yeah. I get, I don't know, like 60 junk emails a day. They get through the spam filter and end up in my box, my email box. Mostly from places that I bought something from at one point or another. And I'm thinking, I get bombarded by some of these companies every day, sometimes twice a day, right? I buy a baseball bat for one of my sons. I get the email from the bat company, right? 5 times a week. If you're the CDC and Ebola's breaking out all over West Africa, aren't you sending out 5 emails a week telling all the hospitals what to do? So that the sheer repetition of it, it's like, wow, we're getting a lot of warnings here. There's a lot of instructions here. There's a lot of preparation we should be doing, right?
There's money to be made off bats. There's no money to be made off warnings.
Yeah.
Follow the money, right?
Yeah.
Well, it was because of the fact that they didn't do that well enough that we did have that panic. When that first case came here, it was diagnosed as Ebola. Wow, the whole country freaked out. They should have been on top of that. You're right.
We were talking about it all the time.
Yeah. If Duncan had come in there the first day, been diagnosed correctly, everybody put on the protective suits, taken immediately to isolation. In fact, he should have been transferred where he was later to one of those special hospitals that can deal with this. Then this would not have been the crazy big story that it was for a few weeks. All right.
Is that really her butt, or is this some kind of photo joke?
Oh, now you're looking at it?
I looked at it before, but I just looked at it again closer, and that doesn't look real.
That's what people are saying. That doesn't.
This is some kind of prank to get hits on a website.
Yeah, but I have seen her in some of her outfits, and it looks like there's quite a butt there. I wonder if she had something in there.
I mean, that looks like 2 Thanksgiving turkeys side by side. That can't be. All right, so John and Ken show on KFI. Shannon has news.
3 siblings suing a funeral home in Paramount say their mother was buried in someone else's plot. The lawsuit claims Rosecrans Funeral Home buried the woman without telling the family, then tried to cover it up. They're suing for an unspecified amount of cash. Fewer people are going to SeaWorld these days because of its profits are down. Third quarter earnings dropped 28% from the same time a year ago. SeaWorld has been battling negative publicity ever since the documentary Blackfish. Part of the town in L.A. has been named for the murdered father of State Assemblyman Mike Gatto. Joe Gatto was shot and killed a year ago today at his home in Silver Lake. Case is still unsolved. Eliza